Hi everyone, I'm back from yesterday. Hope you enjoyed yesterday's quiz, despite all the technical hiccups that I kept receiving. The live didn't go as well as I wanted it to, so yeah, it didn't bode well because of the technical problems. The video, I should have actually kept continuing the quiz rather than just going back to the video hoping it will work again like it did before the first time, but it took time because I changed the quality of the image, the resolution, so that's why I decided to play it again because it worked, started to work, but then something happened. Then the technical problems kind of did itself in, basically. It's my own fault. Maybe I should have prepared, basically. And as it's my life, that's why I have to hold myself accountable. But today's quiz is about St. George's Day. St. George's, which is basically the flag of the England. So that's why this quiz is about that. But it's not related to just England itself because there's a history behind the flag. I did research on it before, and it was about months ago that I've done this. This is one of my newer recent quizzes, more recent ones that last year. Some of them I have the lives from TikTok that are uploaded on YouTube have been done this year. Like they were made as recently as April, which is the month we're in now. So as you know, St. George is the patron saint of England, but he's the patron saint of other countries as well, which is going to be in the quiz. I'm not supposed to reveal the answer. I'm hoping today that you would learn something new. As I am always hopeful about yesterday, I kind of wanted to quit yesterday's quiz after it started to go wrong when I decided to play the video the second time round. That's when I wanted to quit the quiz. Excuse me. Yeah, so I wanted to quit the quiz, not do it anymore. So, yeah. People say that you're not really doing anything with your life. Of course, I'm dreaming of being a content creator because I enjoy creating content for people, not just for myself, but I enjoy it for myself because I love to show people my interest and see the person that I am, even though maybe I do come across as shy and reserved and soft spoken at times, which is part of my personality, I would say. But people say, oh, you can only get so far. Yeah, I guess so. Because there are limits to certain things. My subscriber count grew, but it didn't grow as much as I would like it to grow from the last year. Because I thought it would be slightly higher. Like before I had like 65 more subscribers, then I had like 50, I think. But I did lose subscribers. I always say if I lose one, I gain two, because that's how I'm hoping. And it's just the mindset that I thought will make things positive. So, yeah, I know people are dying to see the quiz now. So, I am hoping. I'm hope to give you that. I hope the quiz doesn't go funny again, because I can't bear it if it does that. The quiz been IT stuff is just so unbearable. So you have technology with a lot of things now. Jobs, you need to learn. Even if you're unemployed, you still have to learn how to use technology. If you're old, young, technology is everywhere. You have to learn how to use it, though. There's not much people can do for you if you don't know. Otherwise, you go and pick up a course. You go on a course and you have to learn. You need the digital skills to be able to get. Some people can't get a job. One person, she couldn't get a job because she didn't have the digital skills, which is what you need nowadays. The IT skills. Yeah, basically. Most jobs I've worked at, they are not always tech based. We still have to use technology in certain ways. I've always wanted to do more tech stuff at work, but I don't always get to. When I used to, I wanted to do more tech stuff, but sometimes I feel like that is much harder for me. I am currently doing the AI application thing, but you have to pay money to use AI apply because it's very popular. And I wasn't willing to spend the money to buy credits just to apply for work and see if AI can actually give me the job or not. I definitely thought about doing other things. Like film, I'm doing my short film. I was talking to my editor yesterday we only transferred voice messages between one another about the edit. I told her ideally I would like to follow the script, but if you feel there's something that could work best, then you can put it in. It doesn't matter if you go off script because more times than not, people do go off script, which I prefer because the script doesn't always give you what you need. It does give you what it's just a guide. It's not something you should follow. If you say the wrong thing, the actor will improvise, of course. Just tell them what to say, but they say it a different way, or if they don't feel comfortable saying it, then say maybe I could say this instead, and it's okay. Let's try it. I'm always willing to follow what the actor wants. So that's how I am as a director of films because I liked the actor to feel like they want to like their work, though. They want to like their performance. They want to do well. They want the work to impress people, not just themselves. Or they want to feel comfortable doing that role or playing that part, which I'm willing to offer. I'm currently sorting out the VO because I was texting my cousin. He said he would sort it. I'm going to let him know today. I'm going to text him, see what he says. If he can't, with the studio thing, I'm going to tell him the editor will be editing until May. Then I will let you know when. I told you around May, but there's one part in May, one day in May, I'm not able to attend, but other than that, I'm able to show up. So I will text him and all that. I'm going to check the slides to make sure. I already prepared well in advance. So I'm hoping, I pray that it doesn't do what it does again. Can get very irritating after a while. I planned 2 TikTok lives. I prepared what I was going to do on their lives. I can't be live streaming all day because I'll be sitting down for quite a long period of time. So I'm just getting the slides ready before we begin. I'm preparing the screen as we were. So that is that. So once that screen is up, I will proceed with it. So with the quiz, I will announce the other 2 quizzes, 3 quizzes at the end of the live. So, or the next one, really. That's the one that you. Okay, so. So I'm gonna proceed with this. So hopefully you can see it. And we will begin now. If you miss it, then it's always there. The live will always be there. So St. George's flag quiz is mainly about the flag itself rather than about the saint. So let's proceed now. So oh dear. All right, it's not starting then. Originate from A, England. B, oh, sorry, let me go back to that. Don't know why I've done that. Shit. Let me go back. It's not letting me go back. You saw the answer. It's just mess. I don't understand. Let me go back. I'm going to have to reload the quiz and start from the beginning. You're not supposed to see the answer. I don't understand what's going on. Sorry, you saw the answer. It's Turkey, but I'm going to have to redo the quiz again. So it wasn't supposed to happen like that. So. Or I could just carry on if you want me to, but you're not going to see the facts that I put in. So I don't know what's going on. Oh, shoot. I'm going to have to redo that bit again. It fucked up. That's what I hate about live streaming. It always messes up. Every live I've done, it seemed to always fall apart. Like, doesn't always work the way you want it to work. I tried with that happens on Earth Day as well. The slides it's always Canva has an issue. It gets too much. I'm gonna have to hide the screen for a bit because of it. It's really frustrating, isn't it? I don't understand why it keeps doing that. It always happens. It always happens. It's like I'm unlucky when I'm on my live streams. I don't have much luck. With TikTok Live, it hardly does that to me because I don't really need to show too much, you know? I'm just gonna have to do the whole shared screen thingy again. It's always a technical problem with Canva. It always is. I could have done it on Google Slides. Probably it would have a different outcome. I will have to put the video in again. I'm hoping it doesn't go like that again. It gets frustrating going around in circles. Okay, so I'm trying to get it up. So I could just restart. As soon as I started the quiz, it went to the answer, which I wasn't supposed to do. I wasn't supposed to give the answer away. I have other quizzes that there's the abbreviation one. I mean, no, bingo. There's two bingos, but one in May, one in June, and there's another one quiz in between. You just basically guess. It's a guessing one, which I haven't planned anything for July or August at all. I don't know if I'm going to be live on those dates, but I'm hoping I would be. Okay, I'm hoping it loads again. I had enough of this happening. It happens repeated. It keeps happening on a repeated basis, so it's like a cycle that never ends, sort of thing. It can't happen again. Oh, darn it. I'm gonna have to exit the page and just reload. That's annoying though. Canva gives me stress. I'm gonna have to reload and do the quiz again. And hope for the best, you know. It just went straight to the answer. I started reading the question. Maybe I pressed the forward button twice by accident because it wasn't loading. That's why I did it twice. Hang on, let me just. I'm gonna have to close the window and redo it again. It's always happening. Every time I go live, it keeps happening. I don't understand. My computer's very old as well, so I'll try and get it up again so that I could just really begin with it. We're just gonna do the live again. I'm gonna have to redo the first question. But I know you know the answer already, so there's no point doing the first question again. You can pause and try and do it yourself while I just keep the page up. Proceed with the quiz as that's if you're not live, then you can get it in real time. So I'm hoping it loads again because I can't bear it anymore. It's just so frustrating doing live streaming on social media. I find live streaming very annoying sometimes. I'm hoping to God that it doesn't do it that thing again where you have to start fixing it all the time. Yeah, St. George's Day. It's St. George's Day, so it's the patron saint of England, but about that, it's not just the patron saint of England, which I have to flag, and where it originated from as well. It's kind of the same origin as Saint Nicholas, as you already know, or Father Christmas. But Father Christmas is just a new thing that people call Saint Nicholas. Nick, as they want to call it for short. So I think most saints, well, they call it Asia Minor, which is now Turkey. You know, or Anna Turkey. slowly or whatever you want to say. I'm trying to get the quiz up. Can't bear Canva anymore. On Google Slides. The quiz is on Google Slides. I started off with PowerPoint years ago when I first started doing the YouTube channel. It's very hard at the time for me to get views, but I got views on one of my quizzes. That quiz did well, but it had people criticizing, saying that I'd always. It's like I'm least informed or something. I hope to do the consumerism quiz, which is on Canva as well, at some point, because it's a very big quiz that it's been created. So I'm hoping that St. George's quiz, flag quiz, can be complete without any struggle. I was hoping as well in between. In one of the slides. So that's why I was hoping that will happen. Okay, so once that's ready, I will resume again. I will carry on. I'll have to redo the quiz again, which doesn't bode well. It looks embarrassing on my part. I know there'll be people that are nationalists that will be saying, oh, St. George's Day is a page of England, you know? Why are you doing that for? He's in English. And as it, you will see for yourself, whoever's saying all these things, you will see for yourself what I mean. I've done research, so you can't really say that I'm saying something wrong when I've done the research. Because the research was the main component of the quiz. So it took time for me to. It was quick, but it was quick and easy to research, though. But it was hard to get some of the answers. I couldn't get the last part, which was about Palestine, but you will find out after about that. So, in a moment, once this quiz is up, I'm hoping it doesn't go funny again. I did it, yes, tried to do the last part of the Earth Day quiz, but the video just stopped for some reason. The slides. I should have not tampered with, tried to go back with the slides, but it kept doing it. So hopefully it doesn't have these technical things that I'm dealing with. I make good quizzes, but the problem is I do need to fix the technology in my house. So, or find better or something, which obviously I need to do if I'm gonna do well. You know, I just need better equipment, to be honest. Better tech, better Wi-Fi, as they say. So I know because it's been in the news at times where there's people putting English flags on doors and outside people's houses and stuff. My boss used to complain about the flags outside her house. You know, she's white and she's British. She had someone putting flags. She wrote to her council and they tried to the people in her borough, the council, her local council where she lives. So she had to write back to them about the flags. Okay, so once it's loaded, we can begin. So once that's uploaded, reloads and stops. It's the buffering as well that's kind of preventing me from. That's why the live was unnecessarily long yesterday, which it was not supposed to be that long. It was an hour and 17 minutes, which is off the charts, really. It was supposed to be around, in my head, it was meant to be around 40 minutes, between 40 to 45 minutes. That's a prediction. It could go over that, but it was exceedingly not supposed to be that long. But anyway, let's begin again because I'm just trying to put it on full screen now. So once that's done, I'll resume. We're going to have to repeat the first question again because there's a fact there. So I'm going to reveal the answer anyway. Obviously, but it's the facts that I have to show you. Maybe I could read it out. Let's try and get this quiz up. I'm hoping you can see the screen once it's up, so I'm just gonna start sorting it out now. I have to redo the sharing screen. My computer's not the most. Get a new computer, maybe. Okay, so once that's there, I will begin with the quiz. Excuse me. Okay. I'm hoping you can see it, so we can restart it. Okay. Where did St. George originate from? A. England, B. Northern Ireland, C. Turkey, or D. Genoa, which is a place in Italy. So any of these answers, you can pause if not. I always thought it was in England, then people started saying it's not, then I realized it's not. Even that's the same origin, it's just the same origin as St. Nicholas, you know. And this country used to be known as Asia Minor, or Anatolia, so to speak. But the answer is I did click on the answer. Oh, the answer is Turkey, so it belongs to all who says they are from England and has done for hundreds of years. Like our country, the history of St. George and the flag is a story of cultures evolving and coming together over time. The man in himself was born in modern day Turkey, then part of the Roman Empire over 2,000 years ago. So you see, it's kind of, it's part of English culture, but the origin is very completely different. So, in Empire times. Okay, so the Roman period. So why was St. George's flag used? To make England England. So people know who they are. To identify soldiers fighting in the Crusades. Who knows? So anything could be any of those answers. But if I say try to guess, someone put this quiz to me, I would say, who knows, You never know what the answer might be. know is C, but it's not coming up. It's actually C, to identify soldiers fighting in your crusades. So basically, I guess you have to wear the uniform to represent. It's not going forward. This keeps happening. I don't understand. This is so annoying. Please, no more. We can still do it. So the answer is supposed to be C, but it's not coming up. Something's happening. It's supposed to be C. And I need to scroll. Oh, so. Oh, what year was St. The other slide, but it's not doing it, so I'm going to proceed without it then. Oh, it's happening again. History keeps repeating itself. Oh, it keeps bloody happening all the time. I have to exit the goddamn pages. I'm going to reload it. We're going to have to resume to the second slide with the answer of being C, which is to identify soldiers during the crusade. This is becoming annoying. I don't want people will not be able to see it, so. Or maybe I should come off because my face is there and it's making it longer. Exit page. I'm gonna have to do that. Just so unbearably annoying. It's like I'm getting tortured every time I'm doing my lives. It's got good signal, but the problem is it's not loading. We're going to have to proceed with the second slide. Okay. I hope it doesn't go like this again. I'm going to have to not be on the screen then and just talk in the background. So I show myself, it makes it more slower. I tried it and it worked before, then it didn't. I felt like it was taking too much time. I can't be like this. It's so embarrassing. If I do it on my tablet, you won't be able to see the quiz. But it does prevent me from showing you the screen, though. I'm gonna have to hide my image and just carry on from where we left off, which is the answer to the second question. I'm really gonna feel like I'm down because it's too much for me now. It's a lot of effort doing this live streaming, not business, so it took a lot for me to be doing live streaming in the first place. I never knew about live streaming until after, because I never thought that was my kind of thing, really. It was never really my thing at the time. I tried to do it, but it didn't really work out, so I ended up not doing it for over a year or something. Like, I did it on New Year's Eve. Okay, I have to resume from where the second slide is, which is the answer to question 2 about the identifying. Stop messing about, seriously. I'm not even gonna waste my energy because I am angry as it is that my lives never really work out. When I'm on TikTok live, it is better, but I wouldn't say it's better. Okay. Like, I'm very naturally not great at speaking. People say you are, but I say no. Because I have to work hard to be good at speaking to people or speak. I can speak in front of the phone or with the camera, but I can't seem to do it in real life, you know? Like, I'm naturally very shy around people. I do come across as shy, but we have to proceed from the second question once this quiz is up, and I have to discard my face, cover it up. So I'm going to have to go straight to the answer for question 2. And not show my image. So I'm going to have to do it now. That's the only way I can do it now. Because if I keep loading and loading, it's going to take too much time. So am I going to have to do it like this and pan down to the tablet? Okay, that's it. I don't know if you can see it though. For heaven's sake, this is becoming annoying. Okay, so where did St. George originate? The answer is Turkey. I don't understand why it's not showing up on here. I can still try and get it up. I'm just going to have to skip to this slides. It's not going to allow me, is it? And then to recap on the second question. So why was St. George's flag used? And the answer was C. To identify soldiers fighting in the Crusades. I don't even understand why it didn't load when I was trying to get it up. So it's not going to allow me to do full slide. I'm just going to carry on. I'm not going to bother with it anymore. So the fact is pretty hard to read from here. So I'm not going to go into that right now. It's not. So what year was the St. George's flag usually used by England? A, 1552, B, 1190, C, 1680, 1603, I can't even speak, D, 1843. So you have to say A, B, C, or D. If you can't fathom what the answer is. The answer is A, it's 1552. So you can see that it was is in union with the Jack Scotland flag, which became the Union Jack. So, and Northern Ireland and all of that stuff. So other than England, St. George's Day is the patron saint of Georgia, Poland, Ethiopia, or Greece. So he's a patron saint of all other countries, not just England. And the answer is all of them. So he's the patron saint of Georgia, Portugal, Ethiopia, Greece, Lithuania, Bulgaria, and the regions of Aragon and Catalonia, which is quite amazing. So the video is just a YouTube short. Let me try and stop that. Let me go back for a second. So it's very hard to
Waving
see.
one of the British flags in some kind of protest and claim of purity is almost always a racist act. Across the country, Union Jacks and St. George's crosses are being hoisted in public spaces and painted on roundabouts. The media storm has drawn in Prime Minister Keir Starmer, whose spokesperson said that patriotism will always be an important thing to him. Even US Vice President J.D. Vance waded in, urging the nation to push back against the crazies who want to pull down the flag. But please do not be fooled. Far from being an innocent show of national pride, this campaign comes from a long tradition of far-right action that has used the flags to intimidate ethnic minorities. I grew up with the spectre of the British National Party and English Defence League using the St. George's Cross as a visual weapon. So deeply connected are both flags to the slogan, Keep Britain White, that if I see either of them on a pub, I know better than to darken their doorstep. No, they are not just waving the flag. They are being used to send a message, to make a protest about what Britain has lost to migrants. This is not just about the flags being hijacked by the far right. For one thing, anti-immigrant sentiment has become part of the pitch for all of the political parties. The truth is, the flags have long been used to convey the racist message that Englishness means white. The same flags who on slave ships that enslaved my ancestors and colonized a quarter of the world. The irony is that Britain was never white and has only ever been possible because of the blood, sweat, and tears of hundreds of millions of people in the former colony. The flag should be a warning sign to all of us of the shift to the right that can only spell danger ahead for those of us who are not white. To blindly join in is to be complicit.
Okay, that's that. So what was controversial about the St. George's flag and Union flags? What is so controversial about St. George's and Union flag? Far-right groups are using it as visual weapons against immigration. People are worried about its links to colonialism. Banning public institutions attend on banning it. What did you just say? You know, I hate doing it like this. I'm not used to it, that's why. I wish I were. What the hell? So let's proceed with the answer. Oh, it's A. Is that far-right groups using it as a visual weapon to say is a white symbol of Englishness or Britishness, whatever. So is St. George's flags being used as a racist symbol, yes or no? So do you think it's been used as a racist symbol? I know this is not an ideal way of doing the quiz. I'd rather do the sharing of screen, but unfortunately the technical issues kept happening, so I just didn't want to stress any further on it. So it's yes or no are the two answers, and the answer is yes, it is. Football hooliganism, racism. It's just as I said before. So where was St. George born, and how is he seen in Palestine? A. He was born in Egypt. He's only seen as a Christian saint. Respected. B. Palestine. He's respected by both Christians and Muslims who associate Qidr, whatever. C. Greece, only known for battles with dragons. So it's either those. Where was he born? That's the question. And the answer is Palestine. So it represents the history and heritage. So it's both connected. And that's it. Not the best way of doing the quiz, but I had no choice. Because it wouldn't do what I wanted it to do. It was becoming an irritating process. So that's it for today's live. If you enjoyed it, then please like, share, subscribe. It started to load now. I would want to do it, but I feel like it's going to keep happening. I can try, but it will take time. But I will do it anyway, if you want that. I guess that's why you all came to the live initially. I'm going to have to hide myself. I could redo the quiz quickly, but not play the video again. But not play the video, because that's too long. And I don't want to stress any further. I can do it again. I will do my best because I'm resilient and I'm willing to do it again. Just for you to see. enjoyed this quiz. Sorry I went round in circles again, but I wanted to do it my way, which is on the screen, not on the tablet, which you deserve to see it on screen and not me showing you via a smaller screen. And yeah, it shouldn't happen again. It's going to be a bingo next, so I'm hoping it was not going to be like this. And then there's a quiz on Google Slides and another quiz on it's LGBTQ plus bingo on the 1st of June. The next one is on May the 2nd. So if you're available, please join for that. You can pause and do it when you're in your own time. If you enjoy it, please like, share, subscribe, and do not miss any videos. Any suggestions, if you have any, please put them down, and I will do my best to respond to your suggestion and to actually do a quiz based on what you want me to do and how you want me to do it. If you want me to do it on Kahoot, for example, then you can just say, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.